All right, so you hear all of this flashy stuff about how amazing it is to run an Airbnb business and you can make a lot of money, so it's something that you want to do. But I'm going to tell you the thing that nobody else is going to tell you, and that is the truth about running an Airbnb business. I've got 3 things that you absolutely have to know before getting into this game. So if that is something that you want to learn about, then just keep watching. All right, so grab a drink and get comfy because I'm going to give you some very real information. In this age of social media and people putting out their highlights, it can look really easy to run an Airbnb business. And the truth of it is that it actually takes a lot of work. And if you put in just a little bit extra, you can do phenomenally well in this business. So the first thing that you need to know about an Airbnb business is that this is the hospitality industry. Yes, it is real estate if you are also an owner of the homes that you property manage. And the thing about a hospitality business is that the guest experience is key. And if you are not catering to your guest and what they want and need, that is going to reflect in your reviews, that will reflect in your occupancy rate, and ultimately how much money you earn. So the guest is king or queen. And there are a few things that you need to think about when making sure to cater to your guests. The first is making sure that your home is very appealing. So it is decorated beautifully and everything is in good repair. It's great to look at because the importance of that is going to be in your photographs, right? Your photographs are everything. You are in the business of selling JPEGs. And if your photos don't look great, no one's going to click on your listing. No one is going to book you. So make sure that you get your decor right and that your photographs beautifully display your decor and design. And if you need help in that arena, I've got a few videos on furnishing and decorating in Airbnb. But my biggest tip here is to engage a stager, have that person give you a design plan. They can order everything for you. Bonus here is that oftentimes they have deals with certain vendors and they can get a discount that you may not get access to. So work with a stager to design and furnish your place. The next is making sure that you have the right amenities for your guests. I like to have things like shampoo, conditioner, body wash, hand soap. I also provide like sound machines, earplugs, anything to make my guest experience as comfortable as possible, have it. If you also have it within your budget and depending on the type of place that you have, offer additional amenities like a fire pit and a hot tub. Not only are these things going to help you really stand out from the crowd, but they're also potentially going to give you a boost on your nightly rate. On average, hosts who have a hot tub can see a boost of up to $50 per night. And that's real money when you are looking at that over the long term, especially compared to what it costs to put in a hot tub. I mean, you could spend easily $10,000 putting in a hot tub, but I recommend doing something a bit more economical, getting one from Costco to save a little bit of money. But in any case, that thing will pay for itself within a year and you will definitely see your occupancy rate go up because of it. So the next thing, and I'm still within the hospitality business, right? So this is just still the first truth I'm going to tell you about running an Airbnb business, but that is communication. People don't really say how much communication needs to occur between you as a host and your guests, but it's quite a bit. I send out 4, potentially 5 automated messages depending on if the guest gave me a review. But I send them 4 messages before, during, and then 1 after their stay to make sure that they have the information that they need to have a great stay. Now, this is important because while it will take you time to set up, it will save you time as a host because guests will have fewer questions. The other tip that I have for you here is to take note of any of the frequently asked questions that you get from guests and either put that information into your automated messages or put it into a guidebook. And I highly recommend that you create a guidebook. I bought a template off of Etsy. I filled it in with my images and my specific information. I uploaded it onto Google Drive. I created a tiny URL link, and then I include that link in, I think, the confirmation as well as the check-in instructions message that I send out to my guests. So they get it twice. And I say, you know, recommendations for local places to eat, things to do, etc. Guests absolutely love that resource. And and it really highlights my home as well as the area that guests are coming to visit. It just highlights it in such a great light. So super highly recommend. Okay, so the second truth that most Airbnb hosts are not going to tell you about running an Airbnb business is that, guess what? Most of your competition isn't doing the first thing that I just talked about. Most of your competition isn't very good. Just go to your own location, whatever city you are in, and run a search of the available Airbnb listings that meet the criteria that your home do. So for example, the same bedroom count, same bathroom count, same guest count, same type of amenities, and see exactly who you are competing with. You can also pull this information from Price Labs if you use that smart pricing software, but what amenities do they have? How is their listing copy? Is it described like a blog? Is it really enticing? Do they have professional photos? What does their decor look like? Are they actually competing with you? And you'll see, for the most part, hosts aren't doing that. And a lot of the hosts who are on Airbnb have been on Airbnb a long time, and frankly, they just got on before anybody else did, which is why their listings are popular and they had bookings. So you can do a lot better than 99% of the hosts just by watching the free content on this channel. So know that most of your competition isn't very good. Now, the competition that is good, I would say, are the ones that, fit all of the same criteria as your home, and they are a rare gem. Now, that means that they have a certain percentage of booking in the previous 30 days, so they're booked a lot. So you want to pay special attention to the folks who are the rare gem and see what they're doing that you could be doing, or things that they're doing that you definitely don't want to do, but you want to give that competition a more critical eye. Now, before I get into the third thing that no one's going to tell you about running an Airbnb business, please give this video a like and hit subscribe if you found this content valuable. Okay, the third tip, and I kind of got into it the last tip that I shared, which is just do better than other hosts. Write better listing copy. You don't even have to write this from scratch. Go to ChatGPT, ask them to write the listing copy for an Airbnb that has pool, 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom, host 6 guests, is in this location. Whatever criteria are relevant to your listing, input that into ChatGPT, see what it says. Another tip here, if you are a property owner and you bought that home, you can go to the old listing on the MLS, the multiple listing service. So you can look at either Zillow or Redfin, or even Movoto, movoto.com. It's an MLS service that never updates their listings. So you can find really old copy of it, but you can say, write an Airbnb listing for this home and take the listing copy from that and see what it spits out. Another tip here is don't just rely on the actual listing, but look at guest reviews. What are they critiquing? What are they saying about your competition in terms of what works for that place and what doesn't work? And then you want to input that into anything that you can. So for example, if they say, hey, this area is really noisy and you know that yours is noisy, add some sound mitigation, or whatever it is, just make sure that you are paying attention to what guests are saying and that you proactively address that within your homes. If you want to become an Airbnb host, check out my referral link down below. You will get some cash back after you host your first guest, and I'll get a little cash back as well. If you want my specific items that I highly recommend to furnish your Airbnb, check the description box down below and you will see all of the links to the items that I recommend. Thank you so much for watching today's video. Bye-bye.